Sa Pasko, babalik ka, mabubuo tayong dalawa. Yayakapin kita sa Pasko, regalo ito. Pangakong ikaw at ako'y di na mag-iisa sa Pasko. Mahal ko, kamusta ka? Matagal na kitang hindi nakikita. Saan mang bansa mapadpad, sana'y ayos ka lang. Ayos ka lang, alam kong malapit lang. Ibalik ka sa akin ang lamig ng panahon. Ito'y pananapik ng dibdib na mayakap ka. Sa Pasko, babalik ka, mabubuo tayong dalawa. Yayakapin kita sa Pasko, regalo ito. Pangakong ikaw at ako'y di na mag-iisa sa Pasko. Tila parang kukuho na ang mundo pag naisip kang wala sa piling ko. Ang tangi kong inaasam pag Pasko ay umuwi ka na sa mga mahal mo. Kaya't araw hinihintay ko, oh, sa Pasko. Babalik ka, mabubuo tayong dalawa. Yayakapin kita sa Pasko, regalo ito. Pangakong ikaw at ako'y di na mag-iisa sa Pasko. Oh, sa Pasko.
Sayaw, sayaw, sumasayaw ang langit. Kay daming dahilan upang magdiwang. Tayo ay pinagsisa sa langit upang kalikasan at
Hi everyone, a huge welcome to all of our bisitas. Now that means visitors in Filipinos. Welcome to all of you. I hope you are all safe wherever you are. I'm Paolo Abrera and with me today is Chal Lontok. Hi Chal.
Hi, Paolo. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Mabuhay, as we say here. But of course, we'd also like to thank Para sa Sining featuring Jaren Ladia and Lago Dance Company for that inspiring performance we just watched. Para sa Sining is a community of creative collaborators that focuses on nurturing young and emerging Filipino creatives. This performance is a tribute to how we're celebrating the season a little differently this year, but the celebration continues and the spirit of Christmas lives on. By the way, we just want to remind everyone, please make sure to rename your profiles to include your name, country, and organization. And feel free to turn on the video as well if you can.
Absolutely. Now we're here today because we'd like to introduce you to this project organized by the Department of Foreign Affairs in partnership with the Department of Tourism and the National Commission for Culture and the Arts. It is a 6-part online event called Fiesta Filipinas, an online celebration of Philippine festivals, which will bring Philippine festivals to the comforts of your homes wherever you are in the world. Now you'll be seeing a lot of Chal and I throughout the course of these 6 fiestas, and we're looking forward to introducing you to our country's traditions and culture. Now, by the way, the hashtag for this event is hashtag Fiesta Filipinas. I've already posted 1 or 2 things. So wherever you are, if you're going to be posting anything, please use that hashtag.
That's right. Again, that's hashtag Fiestas Filipinas. Starting December 19, we'll be taking you to different fiestas all around the Philippines every month from December to May. Pretty exciting, right, Paolo?
Very, very exciting. And I know that you are very excited about this. You'll be out there. Now, we've all been in lockdown for some time now. So a little bit of a change of scenery, even if it's just virtually for now, is something that we can all look forward to. For a quick look at what to expect, however, please have a look at this.
Welcome to the islands. The smiles are set. The celebrations are waiting. The fiestas are here. The Department of Foreign Affairs, in partnership with the Department of Tourism and the National Commission for Culture and the Arts, proudly present Fiesta Filipinas, an online celebration of Philippine festivals. Every town, every city, every province honors our rich history, making every fiesta unique and distinct. What's the one thing in common? It's a multi-sensory experience. Let our culture play with your senses: sight, sound, touch, smell, and taste. Discover with our virtual tours. Indulge with our flavors. Have fun with our experience kits. Set your calendars. Go online. Celebrate with us. Our fiestas are waiting. Fiesta Filipinas, an online celebration of Philippine festivals.
That looks absolutely amazing. What did you think of that video? It looks good, right?
Wow.
Now, all of these experiences are going to be shared with you guys. There is the Giant Lantern Festival in Pampanga in December. We have Sinulog in Cebu, Ati-Atihan in Aklan, and Dinagyang Festival in Iloilo in January, I should say. Then we've also got Panagbenga in Baguio in February, Visita Iglesia in different churches in March, Lami-Lamihan in Basilan in April, and the Flores de Mayo in Manila in May. Chal, I believe you'll be tagging, more than just tagging along actually. You're going to be in the forefront of all of this.
I'm going to be there with you guys in every fiesta. I won't be missing a single one. So to everyone joining us here today, please watch out for the announcements that Philippine embassies and consulate generals pages for the schedules of your particular time zones. The first one, which is the Giant Lantern Festival, is on December 19. So get your pens, or digital na pala ngayon. Digital already because it's 2020.
That's right.
Make sure to mark your calendars. December 19.
Absolutely exciting stuff. Now, before we reveal anything else, Chal, I think it's also best that we invite representatives from the organizing agencies to join our discussion and tell us more. Now, we'd like to invite Executive Director Ivy Banzon Abalos from the Department of Foreign Affairs and Undersecretary Mr. Roberto P. Alabado III, who are both joining us here and remotely. Hello, sir and ma'am.
Good morning, Maing Buntag.
Good morning, Paolo and Chal.
Morning. Thank you.
Good morning, Ma'am Ivy and Sir Robbie. Nice to have you here, and we love the background, we must say.
I know. You're getting a tan already, just standing there, Sir Robbie. And of course,
Yes, this is Davao. This is
I
Davao.
just heard the blessing, Miss Ivy over there. It looks fantastic wherever you are, and I think we're going to be sharing these beautiful sceneries and shots with everybody else who's going to be attending.
So we'll hear from you guys more later on. Thank you so much for joining us today. Also, Chairman Arsenio Nick Lizazo from the National Commission for Culture and the Arts and President of the Cultural Center of the Philippines will be joining us via a pre-recorded message. Let's hear from him.
Magandang araw po sa ating lahat. There have been so many discussions about why Filipinos, in particular, celebrate fiestas. Some say it is due to the 300-year reign of the Spanish with friars, mounting parochial celebrations for each barrios and towns. Others say it is embedded in our lifeblood way before the conquerors even came to us. The Maranao epic, Rangen, for one, attests to the latter. The epic tells of a grand festival held in Bembaran, marked by the beats of agongs, voices of people, and cannons booming in the distance. No matter the reasons are, we cannot deny that the Filipino culture is marked by these rich, colorful festivities. Perhaps the late Ivatan scholar and cultural worker, Dr. Florentino Ornedo, says it best. It is to these small community that is annually recreated by the fiesta, that he goes home to renew his identity and sense of belonging to a home and familial village. Now that the pandemic has made us physically and sometimes emotionally apart, it is also high time that we need something to connect us again and enliven our spirits. As an artist, I am a firm believer that we need arts to save and enrich to protect and promote Philippine arts and culture is one with the Department of Foreign Affairs and the Department of Tourism in the launching of Fiesta Filipinas, an online celebration of Philippine festivals. I am truly in cultural festivity. I hope that with this program, the international community, as well as Filipinos overseas, will have a better appreciation and enjoy what the Philippines has to offer as we move forward towards a stronger and more resilient global community. Muli, maraming salamat at mabuhay ang ating sining at kultura.
Thank you, Mr. Lizaso. And once again, just touching base, hello and welcome, Ms. Ivy and Sir Robbie. Thank you for joining us here today. We are looking forward to discussing all that we have in store for all of our participants here today. Now, by the way, I also like to invite our bisitas to send in any questions that they might have about the initiative, Fiesta Filipinas. Feel free to type them into the chat box and we'll try to answer as much as we can. I know that we've got a lot of questions that we want to ask and answer, and we'll get to all of those questions, all right? So let's start the ball rolling, if you would, Chal.
Yes, yes. Why don't we, again, like coming from where Paolo just mentioned, don't forget, we want to make this interactive. Feel free to give us a thumbs up. Use the chat box.
Yeah.
We want to see you. We want to hear from you. But of course, let's get started by asking a few questions to our distinguished guests this morning. So let's start off maybe with Department of Tourism. Now that there's a pandemic, we want to know how will this affect the festivals in the Philippines. Of course, we're very much known for festivals. We love fiestas. How safe is the Philippines for foreign travelers, especially now with COVID, and what are our preparation or measures to actually make sure that people are confident to do so when we finally open our borders again?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so for the Department of Tourism, we're really know that we're really affected. Tourism industry was one of the most affected sectors in during this pandemic, and we see that a lot of our international and local tourists are actually very disappointed because now they could not visit the festivals that they have loved for so many years or even decades. We have the people who are doing panata in different festivals that they go there every year, but this year and next year they cannot do that. But thanks for they can still do it, and they're still going to be missing a lot. They're going to be missing the vibe, the very exciting drum beats of our festival, the exciting music, the food, the variety of food that's always there, the warm hospitality where you could eat actually from every house of that destination. And at the same time, it's the camaraderie, the community vibe that's going to be not felt even in a virtual area. But this is happening because our local government units are ensuring our safety. They're busy implementing health and safety guidelines because we have to protect our tourists and at the same time our local communities. But a lot actually this year shifted to virtual tours and festivals. So many of our local government units showed their festivals this year in through FB, through YouTube, just to give that feel to our viewers. On the safety component, we have been given a stamp of approval, no less than by the World Travel and Tourism Council. So we are the 100th destination to have been given the stamp of approval that we are a safe destination, and the Department of Tourism is actually cooperating and partnering with different local government units. We've been to Baguio, Ilocos Sur, Ilocos Norte. I just came from Boracay, from Siargao, helping our destinations open safely and surely. So we're looking at the hotels, we're looking at the tour operations, we're looking at the destinations, we're looking at the attractions, we're looking at all of these services that our tourists will be touching base with or using as they travel around the Philippines. So the Department of Tourism is ensuring that when our foreign travels are allowed to enter our country and once more enjoy our culture and our natural attractions, it will be safe for them. So this is what we are doing right now, going around and making Philippines safe for both the domestic tourists and our international tourists as well.
Thank you so much, Yusek Robbie. That stamp of approval. Thank you for
Absolutely.
sharing that good news. It makes a whole lot of difference.
And it's
brings
very
confidence.
reassuring to actually hear it,
Yes.
verbalized that way. I mean, it really responsibly and in the best way possible. Now, I want to pose a question here to our friends from the DFA, specifically Ms. Ivy. What inspired the idea for Fiesta Filipinas and its format? Ms. Ivy?
Well, everyone knows the saying, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And boy, did 2020 give us a lot of lemons. So that has been the inspiration for this project going online. When the country started to be on lockdown, we were starting to live our lives in suspended animation. And everyone felt the whole gamut of emotions. There was fear, there was worry, uncertainty, there was boredom, there was sadness, but there was also longing and hope. And this project, the Fiesta Filipinas, is somehow anchored on that little hope, that longing that people have, that one day we can return to our, our lives of, seeing the world, experiencing things with other people, enjoying life. Well, the Department of Foreign Affairs is mandated to promote Philippine culture overseas, and this is what we call cultural diplomacy. And we're so happy to be partnering with the Department of Tourism and the National Commission for Culture and the Arts to make this innovative approach to promoting Philippine culture through an online format. So we're hoping to bring the experience of the Philippine Fiestas, though it will be on a screen, to bring it closer to people's, hearts by making them feel the fiestas somehow. So we have a creative way to attempt to do that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Ivy. And I think Ms. Ivy is really sort of getting towards what we'd like to be talking about here. She talked about finding a way to help people experience what these festivals are all about, Chal. And, this is what Ms. Ivy was talking about. Not just sitting there and watching a video.
Exactly.
That's yesterday's news. We're talking about a multi-sensory experience here where we engage your sense of smell, your sense of sight, audible cues.
Exactly. And even taste.
And
immersive. I like that you mentioned innovative, Miss Ivy, and feel. The word feel, because you really get a sense of this being high tech, but also very high touch. It's very tactile.
Right,
You can
absolutely.
feel and be there as well. You know what? We keep talking about it. Why don't we show them
Absolutely.
what's in the box?
All right, Chal, because we are going to be inviting our visitas to enjoy or experience some of our fiestas, but not in a very one-dimensional way. We've prepared these special regalos or gifts wherein they will be able to experience all the different aspects of the festivals and the different facets of Filipino culture. Take a look at what we've got in these gift boxes over here. We've got things to experience as far as our artisans, the crafts, the local crafts.
And tradition.
And
yes.
traditions. We've got things that you will be able to taste. We've got things that you will be able to smell. Did you smell that when I opened
One
that?
wakes you up. We
this
know
one
this
wakes
well.
you up.
Barako coffee. We'll talk more about that later.
Delicacies and various cultural, things that really sort of make Filipino festivals what they are. They're all in this fantastic gift
So
box.
there's actually a lot going in here, and we'll be able to dissect it with you guys one by one so that you know what we're talking about and you feel excited just
Yeah.
as Paolo and I are. So we'll throw in first a few more questions. Of course, back to Miss Ivy, Department of Foreign Affairs, for coming up with this brilliant idea. How are you guys able to choose which aspect of culture to infuse in the event? Because, of course, with almost 7,600 islands, there's so much things to talk about, to show and express. How are you able to choose?
Well, it was not so difficult. In fact, we only needed to follow the natural calendar of the activities, the festivals in the Philippines. So the idea of the project is for the participant to experience what would to experience the Philippines if he or she were there from December to May. So whatever happens in the Philippines as far as festivals are concerned within those months is what we are planning to put in the boxes, these kits that you have just shown.
Perfect. So it's basically getting you there, making you feel, but still leaving enough for you to want more.
Absolutely. That's what I see it as. It's sort of a primer to the time. Perhaps it's another question for our representative from the Department of Tourism, Sir Robbie. How can Fiesta Filipinas help tourism in spite of the pandemic? What can visitors to the Philippines who want to enjoy the fiestas expect when they make their travel plans? Because trust me, once they experience this small primer or small taste, they're going to want to come out here and experience.
Paolo, during the start of the pandemic, we were really at a loss. We didn't know what are we going to do. We are relying on people to come in, go to the Philippines. But now everything stopped. But Secretary Bernadette Puyat said that, hey, let's not stop. Let's do what we have to do. So she asked us, okay, think about virtual tours. Then Intramuros introduced virtual tours. So just check it out. You would see it there. But at the same time, DFA with the Department of Tourism thought about Fiesta Filipinas. It's a great idea, seeing that it's very cultural oriented. People right now, we are so proud of Filipino culture and we are sharing this to the world. And this type of project really whets up the appetite of our tourists who would like to experience our culture. So in our language, we call it patikim. So we're whetting up their appetite to go to the Philippines, and we have seen just like what you guys saw. There's the taste, there's the aroma, there's the sensation of doing things, and everything actually equates to go to the Philippines if you want more. Chocolates is just one thing, but if you go to Davao, you'll taste durian and marang. If you go to the Pahiyas Festival, if you go to Ati-Atihan, it's not just hearing the music, but feeling the thumping music, the drum beats on your body. It gives that different vibe. So with this project, we are effectively looking at exciting all of the senses of a tourist in going to the Philippines. So the Department of Tourism, even now, we're still into virtual tours. Recently, we had a launching of a virtual tour all over the Philippines, and it's a gamified version. So our tourists virtually can explore the Philippines in real time. So check it out in news. So look for the partnership between the Department of Tourism and Mystery Manila, and we can show you how to get around the Philippines virtually also. But at the same time, when we visit our destinations, when we come to the Philippines, we now have to become responsible tourists as well. Because when we say responsible tourism, it's abiding to the safety and health regulations of our local government units and our LGUs, national agencies. And we're looking at, please be prepared if you're coming to the Philippines. You have face masks, maybe face shields, maybe do not be surprised when you enter the hotels and restaurants. There'll be temperature checks. There will be QR codes, touchless. We're encouraging everyone to check out the QR codes for tracing or contact apps that's being installed by the local government units and by the private establishments as well. And at the same time, all of these protocols we have to do it. Low touch. This is now a low touch economy. So be prepared for your touchless payments apps, because everything now, we are encouraging all our tourism establishments to go touchless or contactless. So this is the new experience right now. If you go around the Philippines, we would like you to be safe by abiding with all of these health and safety protocols, so that when you go around, everything will be safe. So you're going to enjoy your fiestas, your community immersions on a much safer way. So I think that's how our new normal is in tourism.
Well said, Yusek Robbie. I love that you used the word patikim, which means to give taste.
You hit the nail on the head, absolutely,
Exactly.
on that one. And I think comparing notes, Chang, with some of the people, I speak to from overseas when we talk about, so what's it like when you guys go into a restaurant? When I tell them, we come in with our masks, we check in with our app. Those are things that are a little bit different to how things might happen in other countries. But I also have a sense of appreciation from them, saying,
Yes.
I like that you guys are going through that extra step and going through that, the extra trouble of, let's not call it trouble, the extra step, really, of being extra safe. It really adds a layer of safety that I think people from other countries who may not have those protocols there also appreciate when they come here.
And it adds to the confidence that when you go to a certain place, you know
Yep.
that they are taking measures, all of
Yeah.
these steps, and you're taken care of.
Absolutely.
And speaking about all these measures, we've actually gone way beyond, because this little box over here, I call it the magical box.
It is.
But our Fiesta Filipinas box over here is actually giving us not just a taste, but a full experience of what we are talking about. But of course, I'm going to leave it to Miss Ivy to talk more on what makes this event different. Because
here.
we of course see a lot of things online already. We see fiestas, documentaries about it. What makes this box and these videos that we will be experiencing different from watching fiestas online?
Yes, Shal, you already touched on the most exciting part of this project. It's not just going to be a documentary or a video of the Philippine fiestas. We were talking earlier about a touchless, contactless society that we're starting to live in now, but thankfully, we can still bring the touch to your home. So. I have my box here. I see that you have your box open already, Paolo, but Shall, you have yours too. So please check it out. You can start exploring this little box and see if you do
Let's do
feel
that.
the Philippine Fiesta spirit.
It really does look intriguing and perfect, in the description of patikim or a sort of a primer or a small taste. Like we said, we've got little examples of everything from handicrafts that our local artisans and craftsmen might be working on, which sort of exemplify our cultural traditions. We've got this little parol kit.
Exactly.
happening over
Filipinos
here.
are known to not just use this, but make it themselves
That's
as
right.
well every time
And
December
you'll be
hits.
experiencing that yourself. Like I said, we've got things that you can taste, things that you can touch, things that you can smell. We've got a fantastic example of different kinds of local delicacies.
Now, I see a lot of your questions coming in. Feel free to keep sending them over. We'll be reading them later on. But first, let me answer. Maybe this is running through your head. Just a reminder, the kits are different for every event. They're not the same. Each kit will be different for every event. For our first event this December 19, which features the Giant Lantern Festival, we have this one, the parol making kit. The parol, of course, is symbolic of the Star of Bethlehem, which is why it's traditionally displayed during Christmas time in the Philippines. During this season, like what I mentioned earlier on, parol making is a popular pastime, and you'll be able to make your very own. That's right, you heard us. You're going to be using your hands, feeling it as well. A very Filipino tradition. So you guys will get to experience that. Usually it's made with bamboo and translucent paper, but there are variations too. Some have lights, some are bigger. And if we look over here behind Paolo, we have, of course, this one made with capis shells. You'll see in your kits that you also have a magnet made out of capis shell. The capis shell is one of the most versatile natural materials in the Philippines. And as you can see, it's actually been transformed into different items. Here's another bit of trivia. It's also used on window screens. We see that a lot when we drive by towns and provinces in the
Traditional
Philippines.
houses and that sort of thing. We've got over here some Malagos chocolate. Okay, don't rush in. Don't eat it just yet. If you've got your kit open and you've got your eye on this, it does say chocolate. But this variety is for drinking. All right, this is for mixing a beverage. Malagos is a premium local product made from tree to bar high quality beans. They've also ranked number 16 in the world in the 2019 heirloom cacao designation. Now we're very proud of these products because they are truly the best of the Philippines. This is one of my personal favorites. When I get a hold of this, I just don't stop. I just keep drinking it, mixing it up. We've got the edible version over here, this chocolate over here. Now this is something that you can actually try, literally sink your teeth into. And I want to mention that for our Muslim visitas, these are all halal certified, by the way.
Wonderful. You seem to be having all the fun there. Pass me some. Pass me some.
I don't want to leave you out of the party, child.
Okay,
Look,
help me
there's
to
something
repeat.
for
This
you over
one
here.
is pulveron, guys. Okay, pulveron. This is a common snack here in the Philippines, all the way down to our childhood. So much memories with this. It's a type of shortbread made with toasted flour, powdered milk, melted butter, and sugar. Sometimes it has nuts and other flavors. This is perfect with the other item that Paolo was holding earlier on, our Barako coffee. I personally love coffee and I have it every so often, and I can't wait for you guys to try this. It has a bold, smoky flavor profile, and it comes with a very unique taste. Pulveron with Barako coffee is such a nice combination that you guys should all try, especially during this time of the year because the weather is cooler, it's December, so a cup of this will definitely warm you guys up.
Oh, that's a perfect combination right over
Here we
there.
go.
And I've already unwrapped this chocolate bar because I'm
You
dying.
went ahead of
I'm
me.
dying to sink my teeth into this. This is delicious stuff. Now, the beautiful thing about these kits is because they help bring the experience to you. Not only are you going to be getting a literal taste and a whiff of what it's like to be in these festivals, but you also get to even take part in the festivities through the quick activities like the parol making kit that Chal showed you or that we were showing you earlier. I hope you guys all enjoy what's inside. Honestly, I want to ask some questions too, and I will be fielding those. But I believe that we have more questions coming in from our friends from the press. So please type away. Put your questions in our chat box. Let us know what it is you are curious about when it comes to these
We're seeing
festivals.
them already come in. Okay, let's begin.
Yeah.
I guess the first question, okay, this one is from Miss Cherie Curol Moreno from Philippine News Today Inquirer.net, all the way from San Francisco. Is it good morning or good evening from where you are? Okay, the question is, how do folks access the kits? And also, what's the cost of the box?
Right. I think Miss Ivy will be able to help us out there. Miss Ivy?
Yes, the good news is that the kits are free for now.
That's not just good news, that's
Oh,
great
yes,
news.
yes. Fortunately, there will be kits available through the Philippine embassies and consulates. So for those who will be interested to explore, kits for themselves, all they have to do is contact the nearest Philippine embassy or consulate.
Right.
Music to
Expect a
our
long
ears.
line.
Thank you
Expect a
so
long
much,
line.
Faye. I'm sure a lot of people who are guests today, or visitas today, are very excited with that. Okay, another question?
We have one here from Fanny from GD today from Guangzhou, China. Are all the festivals going to be held online? Let's jump to Sir Robbie. Sir Robbie, you wanna jump in here?
Yes, earlier I was checking with our tourism regional directors here, and I was asking them, so how will the fiestas be next year? And a lot of our local government units have decided that these will be online. For example, one of the biggest festivals that we have here is the Sinulog in Cebu. And the local government and the church, since this is a religious festival, have decided it's going to be online, virtual festival. So same with the Ati-Atihan, same with these will be online because we have local government units are abiding by the health and safety guidelines that we have against what we call mass gatherings. So this is a new normal thing. So as long as there's the virus is here, we have to safety first. This is the key thing right now.
Thank you for that, Yusek Robbie. Just to chime in on that, there's a lot of festivals here in the Philippines, okay? So much in every town, in every barangay, as we call it. But just to add on to that, I think it's good for you guys to know that we will be hosting or talking about 6, to be exact. 6 fiestas that you will all surely enjoy, some of which, of course, Yusek Robbie has already mentioned.
So those are our highlight festivals, okay? All right, we've got another question here. Would you, Chal?
Yes, Neil Bie, I hope I pronounced that right, all the way from Abu Dhabi, UAE, the Filipino Times. Are these multi-sensory kits for Fiesta Filipinas available for overseas Filipinos? I'll throw this one on to Miss Ivy.
Yes,
Of course, it's not just the
yes.
foreigners who abroad who want to get a taste of it
Right.
of home again.
To sort of stay in touch with local traditions.
Go ahead, Miss Ivy.
Yes, that's right. The kits are available for overseas Filipinos overseas. In fact, I know a lot of our kababayans are very enthusiastic about spreading our culture, informing their friends about what is to do or what is to experience in the Philippines. And these boxes have been designed exactly to help them do that.
Absolutely.
Perfect. It's for everyone.
Absolutely, and I think it's also great to mention that as somebody who doesn't have relatives overseas, as Filipinos are all over the world, second generation Filipinos, third generation Pinoys, it's a great way for you to introduce local traditions to many of our younger generations who haven't had the chance to make the pilgrimage to the homeland.
And I guess we've been talking about this being, a little piece of travel in a box.
Yeah.
I guess it's also just right to mention it's also home in a box.
It is.
For Filipinos out there abroad who can't come back home, especially during this season, this is home in a box.
And take a look at this, child. Everything you need to take part in these local cultural experience are in here.
Well thought of.
Well thought of. The scissors that you need, the paper that you'll need, the glue that you will need for the parole making session. Everything that you need is absolutely in here. They have, they've thought of everything you're gonna need.
And just so you guys know, this is something that is also being done, in school. That's why this whole kit represents what we go through in life here in the Philippines, wherein when December hits, you actually start making a parole yourself, not just at school, but even at home. And then it's actually hung up right in front of your home for everyone to see, like a guiding light. It is our Christmas, not just decoration, but ultimate symbol of Christmas.
Absolutely. We've got another question here from Bernadette E. Tamayo from the Manila Times here in the Philippines. How are we going to promote online traffic to this virtual Fiesta Festival? Our FSPs will make this available on their own
Okay,
FB
that's
pages.
just a reminder.
Okay.
So you guys, we are going to be online. We are online right now. So Facebook pages, maybe we could
Yeah.
share social medias. Maybe I'll throw this both to you, Sec, and to Miss Ivy. Go ahead to both of you so you could share where they could check out more.
Yes, actually, our Philippine Embassy websites, Philippine Embassy and Philippine Consulate websites, and Facebook pages will all have a link to this project. So if they want to get more information about the project itself, about the kits, they only have to visit all these social media portals.
Okay, and will Department of
Same with
Tourism
us.
also be sharing about this?
Same with the Department of Tourism. This is a great program, and we're going to be pushing it in all of our promotions, marketing and promotions all over the world. We have the Tourism Promotions Board helping us, and the Department of Tourism, who also has tourism attachés in key markets all over the world. So this is a very good program to push, and we will be doing it.
So tourism attaches, the embassies from wherever you are, online pages as well for all. The hospitality will be there, just like how we Filipinos are.
right.
Paolo, I just wanted to say that we've been talking about the box, but it's good to remind everyone that this is coupled with an online event. So
Yep.
you're not just getting something in your home, in your offices, and then bringing it with you, opening it yourselves. It's actually an experiential. It's very, we'll be leading it with you guys. And I get the good job, the good part.
Absolutely.
To show you guys the actual fiestas and what goes on in that particular place or town.
Channel will be on the ground, being our literal tour guide.
Being the lucky person.
Walking us through the local traditions on the ground. And we're actually going to be seeing, virtually what you would experience as you lead us through it, experiencing it
Exactly.
for us. But then again, we also get all of our senses sort of in on what's going on here via these boxes that we've got here. And I think we need to point out that, online is not the lesser cousin of
No,
being there.
not with this.
This is sort of the primer. This is sort of the preparatory kit to really get you in the mood to when we finally get to welcome you in person when you come out here. But trust me, this is an absolutely 360-degree experience.
In other words, you guys will be literally somewhat be with me.
Yeah.
As I take you to different places, as you hear different sounds, sounds. Not only will you get to taste things, hear things, but you feel it. You'll feel what it's all about.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we have another question, a few more. Feel free to keep typing in,
Yep.
or even your comments and suggestions so we can listen in. From Violi of Radio Tagumpay and the Australian Filipina, all the way at Sydney,
Hey.
Australia.
G'day to all of you out there.
How are you doing down there? Okay. Would be great to hold a group watch with multicultural groups too to promote the Philippines. Would it be in English like what you guys are doing now? Good question. Okay. We will be doing it all together, and it will be in English. Paolo over here will be helping us. But is there more that we could find out, Miss Ivy, how the whole construct of the event or each fiestas will be shown?
Yes, actually, since our portals, the Philippine embassies and consulates will be, a critical part of implementing this project. They're going to be helping us somehow tailor this project to the needs and the particularities of the countries that they are in. So we can expect some translation happening. We can expect some kind of context explanation from our embassies.
Wonderful. So it's not just it's also customized and personalized, right?
Yeah.
For the viewers, for those who will be experiencing it with us. Yusek, Robbie, go ahead.
Yeah, we're encouraging watch parties. Come on, it's now the uso watch parties on these festivals, because we have seen that the most effective person to really convert tourists to travel to the Philippines are actually our overseas workers, our overseas Filipinos, because they have a personal touch contact to our the people, and they could really do now a lot of convincing. So just watching and later convincing, it's much easier now for our overseas Filipinos to really drive, convince our potential travelers to go to the Philippines. Come on, if you want to make a parol, then see the giant parols there in Pampanga. That's the push that we need. Everyone here is a tourist guide. Everyone here is a travel agent.
Perfectly said. I guess we can't open the box and experience with our whole community face to face, but you can do a watch party.
Absolutely.
You can share it online.
And the nice thing is you're all on even ground because you're all working off of the same experiences that will be served up in these boxes. So whatever it is that I have to taste or to smell, you will be smelling and tasting even
Live.
if you're not together.
And on real time.
And in real time, absolutely. We've got another question here for Sir Robbie while you're still there, Sir Rob. From Recto Mercin, Business Mirror, what has DOT prepared for the Moriones Festival in Marinduque held during Lenten season? All right, Marinduque is where the raising and export of butterflies for weddings first took place some 30 years ago. A little bit of FYI trivia there. Sir Robbie?
For the fiestas and the events all around the Philippines for the coming months, we are now looking at the opening. If the destination, if the local government units are ready to open, then they could partner with the Department of Tourism, so we can help them in reviewing the health and safety guidelines that they have, checking on how the implementation of the safety guidelines for tourists are in their areas, so that we can have a safe destination for our tourists. So if Marinduque will say that they're open for domestic tourists next year, then we will be sending our people going there and looking at how can we help them make the festival or the Lenten season safer for our tourists. So this is the job of the Department of Tourism, making the whole Philippines safe for our tourists.
All in good time, I believe. But I do like the suggestion of the last person who asked the question, Uraro. If we could just add that into the box as well to represent
absolutely.
Marinduque.
If you do make it out there to Marinduque, and we all eventually will, don't miss the Uraro cookies. They are delicious.
Yeah.
And it's definitely another one of those experiences that to knock off your must-do list when you do come out here to experience these festivals in person. Or if we're not able to do that just yet right away, we will make sure to take your suggestions to include those things in this box.
And that's the beauty of all of this. It's interactive, it's immersive, just like our Fiestas Filipinas box over here. So we love hearing from you guys, finding out what else we could do together, how we can better the experience for everyone and get you even more excited. Here's another question, and this will be the last, from Jen Galvez from PH Vanguard Radio Network. The IATF downgrades the safety protocol by next year with the rollout of the vaccine. Will DFA still continue the online Fiestas Filipinas events? Miss Ivy, this is for you. So with the IATF probably changing its rules by
maybe
next
relaxing
year,
and downgrading as the
Exactly.
vaccine becomes more available.
will this still be available by then, or are we doing something else?
Yes, this is a fixed project that will run for 6 months from December up to May. So as long as the project is running, the vision is to have these kits available during the whole duration of the project.
And here's what Paolo and I know. With or without the vaccine, we still would love to receive this box and experience this with all of you.
Absolutely.
It's really it's genius, to get everyone experiencing the same thing together, live, online, and still having
Right.
feeling.
Well, I think this is what we were getting at. This is something that we're doing in the interim while we're not able to, while we're still working out the details of how we can experience these festivals in person. But like we said, the way we're presenting or the way that we are sharing this is really just another aspect or another facet of
True.
tourism. It's not what we're doing while we're not coming out here, even when we're going to be welcoming our visitas in person.
True.
All of these things are still going to be around to really enhance the experience of coming to the Philippines. And there's been I haven't seen a better organized kit like this, ever in a while.
But if this is interim normal, I'm glad to have it.
Yeah,
I'm glad to
absolutely.
have it.
And it will be a very welcome part of our, quiver of tools that we will have at our disposal when we welcome our visitas. And with that, we would like to say thank you so much for indulging our virtual crowd, Miss Ivy, Sir Robbie. It has been an absolute pleasure having you here today. And to all our visitas watching, we'd like to remind you that if you are interested to join the Fiesta Filipinas events, please feel free to get in touch with the local embassies and consulate generals in your area. We'd love to see you in the coming events. The first one happening this December 19 already, so please don't forget, Chal.
Of course, we'd also like to acknowledge our honorable visitas who joined us today. Office of Consular Affairs and Consular Office in San Fernando, Pampanga. Office of Asset Management and Support Services. Department of Tourism, Region 3 as well. City of San Fernando, Pampanga. And Intramuros Administration.
That's it. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. And we are looking forward to this project by the Department of Foreign Affairs. And of course, we'd like to give a very special thank you to our partners, the Department of Tourism and the National Commission for Culture and the Arts.
But wait, there's more, Paolo. Before we let you go, we can't just do that without taking a group photo. As
Yeah.
the saying goes, where 2 or 3 are gathered, a picture taking must be happening. So let's do that right now.
Wow.
Everyone, please turn on your screens.
I can see everybody now.
Now we see you.
So
Wonderful.
we've got some familiar friends from the various media outfits and news agencies. Thank you so much for being with us. Maraming salamat. Please turn your cameras on. Let's take a group photo here. This is another very Pinoy thing. When you have a
We need to
gathering,
have it.
whether in person or virtually, we've got to have this photo.
So we'll probably give it just a few more seconds to make sure everyone is on. Maybe some are just, prepping themselves
Absolutely.
up.
Okay,
a few more
absolutely.
seconds. And then please focus your camera. We're going to do a group fee, as we call
Yes,
it.
yes.
Okay, here we go. We're going to have a countdown for that. Put on your best smile. Of course, what Filipinos are known for.
That's right.
In 3, 2, 1, and smile, everyone. Wonderful.
Fantastic.
Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you so much for joining us and having fun with us and interacting with us today as well.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you again to everyone, of course, to Miss Ivy and to Sir Robbie, and to all our visitas.
Yep.
We're really, really looking forward to showing you our Philippine Fiesta soon. But before we say goodbye, I just want to remind everyone to use the official hashtag. We
Yes.
want to hear from you. Okay, so the photos that you took now, you probably took a little bit of videos and photos. Please share it. Hashtag Fiestas Filipinas.
Absolutely. All right. Now, we can't wait to welcome all of you one day. Thank you so much for being such an amazing virtual crowd. Now, before Chal and I go, we'd like to leave you with a special performance featuring the different fiestas that you will soon be virtually attending. Maraming salamat po. That means thank you very much in Filipino. I'm Paolo.
And I'm Chal. Thank you, everyone. And we hope to see you. Make sure to be there December 19.
Ilog ng mga ulap, hinihipan ng hangin. Kunin ng mga ibon, naglalakbay sa himpapawid. Kaya hirap mabuhay sa ilalim ng nag-iisang buhay. Sayaw, sayaw, sumasayaw ang langit. Kay raming dahilan upang magdiwang. Tayo ay pinag-isa ng langit, lupa, kalikasan at kultura. Sayaw, sayaw, sumasayaw ang langit. Kay raming dahilan upang magdiwang. Tayo ay pinag-isa ng langit, lupa, kalikasan at kultura. Sumasayaw ang langit habang lupa'y umaawi.